Okay, there we go. Welcome to our first ever, what do we call it? Dream Team Daily. Mike Dew came up with that name. I thought it was perfect. Made me think about like a daily newspaper that comes out, right? You get all the nitty gritty. I'm here on the screen with Mark Campese and Michael Dew. And Michael Dew is my sponsor. I happen to be Mark's sponsor, but all of us have been in the industry for several decades. Mark and I alone share nearly 80 years of experience. And of course, you can tell that I'm like not a youngster. Mark he's like our in-house Dick Clark. He never ages. He's got that good Italian blood. But we're going to talk on these calls Monday through Friday. And I'm going to lay a groundwork here. This particular call is on the 22nd of August, 2022. Kind of almost like a prophetic kind of a thing. August 22nd, 2022, right? 8/22/22. And as we start moving forward with this, we'll meet every day. But I do know that people have lives. And I'd love for you to come on this. We will record these. They will be available. But this is for the people. This particular call are for the people who are in this to win it. They're in it to win it. They're in this to make a career out of it. And I'm not talking about MPG Extreme, although MPG Extreme is obviously a critical and important part of what we're doing. And we absolutely value and love Andrew and Nancy. But the concept of network marketing or multi-level marketing as a career track is a great choice. And again, we'll talk about that on these calls during the weeks ahead. Why network marketing? Why MPG Extreme? Why this team, the Worldwide Dream Team? Those are all critical things to know and to be able to answer, because as you're out there prospecting around the world, you're going to find out that a lot of people don't have a clue. In fact, I'd say 80% or better of people that are in network marketing or have been in network marketing do not truly understand the legacy and heritage and foundations of the industry that they're in. They have a different view. Now, I'm not saying their view is correct, and my view is wrong, or their view is wrong, and mine is correct. I'm saying that Mark and I in particular, Mark Campese and I in particular, have a view through our experience of 80 years of what it is. And we were taught by a guy, one of our mentors that we shared was, what did you make? $33 million over what, a 10-year period? That's a lot of money, isn't it, Mike? 33 million bucks. And my mentor in a prior company was making over $280,000 a month. And I could go down through a number of people that Mark and I have learned from. Mark has been taught by some of the greatest networkers on the planet. And I'll tell you this, the truth of the matter is that our founders, Andrew and Nancy, are extraordinary networkers, or master distributors. But we're going to talk about what we do. And as I wrap this up and bring Michael on to share a little bit, Mike Dew on to share a little bit, and some of the others, I will say that if you look at the participant line, I don't know if that's Mike Renz on there or Mike Register. Mike Register, if you could put your hand up. I'm looking for Mike Renz, and he may not be making it on here today, which is just fine. People are busy. Yeah, that's Mike Register. So we'll probably get Mike Register on here to make a comment in a few moments. But I'm going to turn this over to Mark. But before I do, when I say old school, the principles of our industry, which I'm not going to go into right now, Mark, I'll let you do that a little bit if you like. But we also believe that, like a big funnel, that there are many different ways of getting prospects. One of the best ways is the warm market. Mark Campese will talk about the statistics on that here in a moment. The warm market is the best market. It is superior to anything. Why? Because the statistics tell us that. But that does not leave out running ads, Google ads, Facebook ads, newspaper ads, Craigslist ads, flyers, cards you can hand out. Mark Campese came in the industry off of a little card that was done on site, like some litmus paper or something. You know, if you had it, it would be like in the wind doing this, a little tiny card that, you know, if it blew in the wind, it would be moving around. And Mark will tell you about that. So you can do all kinds of different things. And in the dream team, they're all acceptable as long as they don't violate compliance or put the company or group in a lurch. We're all for it. We'll support you in it. But when you bring that person in through those things, they come into the top of this inverted funnel. They go into that, and then you want to get them down to the neck of that funnel right there. And the neck of the funnel is a 3-step system. And I'm going to tell you about the 3-step system and then wrap this up. The 3-step system is designed for speed. It is a 24 to 48 hour action plan. Now, Mike Dew will tell you this. We talk a lot about it. Mark and I talk a lot about it. A lot of people are uncomfortable with the idea of closing people. But I learned on a videotape a long time ago with Alec Baldwin as the actor, the line was, coffee is for closers. Now we're in here, we're in business. How many of you are here to be in business to make money? We're all here. And momentum is not a mystery. And I'm going to say to you, this coffee hour, this little 20-minute event that we're going to have every day is designed to help you become an effective closer. Most people are not good at that. Most are not. They're uncomfortable with it because most people perceive closing as a confrontation. I'm here to tell you that you don't ever need to be a closer here. You don't ever need to be a closer. All you've got to do is work with someone who is. All you have to learn to do is to share the video, run the 3-step system, have the closer or the system be the closer, which we're going to put things together to make that happen. So all you need to do is good at opening the door in that funnel to people, no matter how you do it. 3-foot rule, passing out a little litmus test card, running an ad on Craigslist. You can do all kinds of things. You can do an RV show. You can do all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, you got to get them into the funnel and run the 3-step system. And the minute you get them in that funnel, you got 24 to 48 hours to bring them to a close. Will all of them close? No, some will go out longer. But if you end up having 25 prospects and they're all in these over 3 to 4 days, all of them generally are taking more than 3 to 4 days, you got to get the screwdriver and turn that fuel and air mixture up on your carburetor. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that it's costing you a lot of money. It's going to cost you a lot of time. And Hubert Humphrey used to say, that's like the procession of the caterpillars, Mark. They go slowly. They go slowly. And your organization is going to watch you, and they're going to decide if you are setting a pace. So with that, I want to have Mike Dew just say hello to you, spend a few moments, and then we'll kick it over to Mark. Mark, you'll take a little bit of the topic. I'm going to start opening up the screen for people to come on so we can see their faces, Mark. But Mike Dew, why don't you take a few moments out and greet everybody?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Certainly welcome to our first daily team Zoom. It's going to be fun. It's a place to show up and get your daily dose. And I think we say 20 minutes daily will take you to the top. And I believe that because those that show up here are going to hear something every day that puts their business to the front of their mind. And when that happens, you're more inclined to go out and do something to try to build it. So Coach, I just think this is going to be a fun ride. It's going to help us all build, and I'm happy to share more as we go forward.
So thank you, by the way. So, and by the way, I'm going to tell everybody this. Mike Dew has had an incredible career in business as an entrepreneur with he and his wife, Barb, and in network marketing as well. And so he's gone to the top of pay plans. He's done extremely well. So a different style, different personality as Mark is as well. But Mark Campese is one of the most seasoned trainers. We talk about him all the time. He'll be a platinum here in the next couple of days and on to diamond. But Mark, I want you to take some time, and I'll be working on the board here to bring people up on the screen.
Sure.
Welcome, Mark Campese out of Palm Coast, Florida.
Hey, thank you, Coach. Good morning, Michael Dew. And listen, as Mike really was highlighting, this is the first of the first of its kind event today, right? our Dream Team Daily. And, you know, a few months ago, I was looking at some franchise stuff, always keeping my eyes open on things. And there was a franchise, you know, talking about how they have weekly coaching. Listen, we're giving you coaching every single day here, really. Think about the power that you can get coached with $1 million coaching tips, right? To help take you to your dreams and what we're doing here. You know, Coach Blaine was talking in the beginning of this call really about you know, the old way of doing network marketing, right? And to me, the basics never change ever. They may get a different name on them, but they never change. The basics always work. And we were taught basics, you know, that which was established, you know, 60 plus years ago in our industry. And it is a system that is proven. It's not up for trials. Yeah, I hope this is going to work. No, it's proven. It's predictable. You can predict success. It's proven, it's predictable, and guess what? It's highly profitable. And if we're going to be in business, we want to be profitable. And we're going to teach you all the elements of the system, really. And it begins with dreaming big. You know, you got to see the end from the beginning. You got to begin with the end in mind. Where are you going? Where do you want your business to go? You know, vision, I've heard vision described as this because people will use that term vision. What is vision? Vision is seeing possibilities and believing that you can have those possibilities. That's vision. And so when your dream comes alive, vision is birthed with it, without a doubt. And you see the possibilities of what you can do here with really what seems like a very, maybe perhaps an unassuming opportunity with MPG Extreme. Seems maybe very unassuming, very small, but the potential here is great. And we're in early, and it all makes a difference without a doubt. So we're building a system here. We see, Coach and I, we see the business as a real business. We are opening outlets. When you bring a person into the business, you're opening an outlet. Whoever has the most outlets is going to win here. It's as simple as that. We're building an outlet machine. The outlets are people. Wood, brick, and stone, no. They're flesh and blood humans. And those outlets really are the indicator of our success. And if we have those outlets and we teach those outlets to teach other outlets, the system we're talking about that we're going to lay out to you as we go forward, then you're going to have powerful outlets in the marketplace that do lots of business, that do lots of expansion, and cha-ching, you're going to make a lot of money. But there is a way to do this business, become coachable and teachable. I mentioned on Saturday, when you look at the ways that people come into this business historically, 80% of people that come into network marketing come into it by people they know. That's big numbers. And as Coach said, we're open to any way you get them to come into the system and run through the system and get weeded out or weeded in. Either way, you can do it any way you want. But if you don't learn to work your warm market, you will be losing business because you will not duplicate that in others. That's the greatest danger of not working your own warm market. So, but listen, let's go build systems together, really that become an outlets plural opening machine. Outlets. We're going to open lots of outlets. We're going to ascend and dominate here, and we're going to win big. Back to you, Coach.
Okay, very good. So, hey, I want to welcome all of you on the screen. The rest of you, Liliana, nice to see you. All right. And Mike Patton, great to have you here. Denise Smith, new faces. Hey, Jack, good to see you, brother. So we're excited to have you on here. And Tommy Sorigliano, Michael Register, it's good to see your smiling mug. I love it. By the way, I hear you're stirring the dust up, recruiting people, making it happen, soon to be platinum. So we're going to spend about another 7 to 10 minutes at this point. And the end, we'll end the webinar, and this will be the normal protocol. We'll run no more than 20 minutes on this particular webinar. Then we'll end it, and anybody that's got things they need to do can drop off and not feel like they're going to miss, but we'll have open Q&A. So that way, those of you that have questions or things, because as we grow, we're going to have a lot of people that come in or with a sponsor that's brand new, doesn't know anything, and that's the beauty of a system. They don't have to know anything. All they got to do is know the system and how to plug people in, but they need to have a place they can come to get questions answered. And if it turns out that there's someone in your downline, don't ever be upset about that. Oh my God, people are going to know they're in my downline. They're asking a question. And we can sometimes feel like we're inadequate, that we're not the one answering all the questions. If people in your team, well, let me put it this way, Mark and Mike, if someone on my team thinks that I'm like Mr. Potato Head with an IQ of 25, like an Idaho potato, and I'm making $25,000 a month, do you think I'm going to be upset? Honestly, what we're taught in work, we're taught that we need to know everything, right? We're taught that we need to have all the answers. Well, let me tell you what I can't remember. Oh, I think it was Henry Ford was taken to court to try to take his estate away. Was it Henry Ford that had the keypad on his desk, guys? Was that it? And he said that I can hit a button. I think it was Henry Ford. And they took him in to try to declare him incompetent. I think Ford Motor Company's done okay, right? And they took him to court to declare him incompetent. The family did, because they wanted to take his business away from him. And the judge said, well, they say you're incompetent. You don't even know how to answer any questions. He said, no, I don't. He says, yeah, someone comes into my office and they ask me, how does the motor run? He says, I got a button on my phone that's the motor guy. He says, well, how do you take care of your investments? He said, I got a button here on my phone for the investment guy. He said, well, how about that upholstery, Mr. Ford? How do you get that? He said, I got an upholstery. He had this big old keypad on his desk with all these buttons. And what did Henry Ford know? Henry Ford probably knew everything, but he never answered anything because Henry Ford ran a system. I'll give you another example, McDonald's. McDonald's Corporation, they've got teenagers in there that barely can speak, lucid English, running a $1 million restaurant. Okay. But what are they really running? Are they running a restaurant? There'd be people in the food industry that would challenge whether that's really a restaurant. It's a production facility. It's a distribution outlet. And how can they have a teenager that's, I'm not knocking those kids, but I've been into a couple of McDonald's over the years. And these guys are not going to get hired as top flight people at Apple or Microsoft, I'll tell you that. But they're running that restaurant. Why? Because they have a system and they teach them to run the system. In fact, the investor that buys the restaurant puts out $1 million or more to buy the restaurant. He's taught that you run the system, you don't ever deviate from the system. Why? Because now it's duplicatable. How many of you on this phone, on this webinar, have an awareness that the majority of people that get into network marketing do not have great success financially? Let me define great success. Over $1,000 a month. And by the way, in my books, that's not very big success. But how many of you realize that a tiny percentage of people get over $1,000 a month? How many of you realize that? How many of you know people that have tried multiple network marketing companies and they just can't seem to get up over 1,000 or 2,000 a month? Raise your hand so I can see it. It's everybody. In fact, does that hit kind of close to home for any of you? Don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. I'm not here to pick on anybody. I'm here to say that success leaves footprints, and so does failure. And network marketing is 1959, 1960. It's a 60-year-old industry that goes on and creates more millionaires than any other industry in history, and yet has over a 95% dismal failure rate of people that spend more money on their product than they do on what they make. And yet it goes on and on. Why? It's like weight loss programs. People just buy another weight loss program. Not going to work. Eat less, drink water, and walk. That's the weight loss program. Eat less, drink water, and walk. Right? Or play baseball, softball with Tommy Sirigliano. So my point is that we're right now at 20 minutes after the hour. This is our inaugural call. I can end this right now. In fact, I am going to end it. I'm going to say this call is officially over. We're going to extend it for a little bit more discussion and some Q&A, and we'll drop it at the bottom of the hour at 12:30, 9:30 Pacific. So do you understand what I'm saying, everybody? That there must be a code that the people that get up to making 5, 10, 15, $20,000 a month or more, and there's a ton of people in network marketing that are making over 100,000 a month. There must be a pattern. Ray Kroc cracked the pattern when it came to fast food at McDonald's. Would you agree? Is that they're the dominant dog. So what is that pattern? We're going to teach it to you at the Dream Team. We're going to teach that pattern. We're going to embed it in you. We're going to indoctrinate you with it. Why? Because we're here to have massive success. We're here to ascend and dominate as an organization.
Yes.
That's what we're here to do. And I can tell you this, if you've tried network marketing and you have struggled and failed, the likelihood, unless you're a person that is just inconsistent, undisciplined, and lazy, then it's not your fault. It's what you were taught. Most people were taught, make a big list of names, go out and talk to all the people. And honestly, they teach them to puke all over them, to tell them all about their thing. And I'm going to tell you, when that comes my direction, it is very, very unpleasant. Or even if you watch my Facebook posts or other people's you'll see my Facebook posts are kind of seductive. They don't take a sledgehammer like Crocodile Dundee throwing dynamite out in the bay to go fishing. They are fly fishing. They throw a little bit of an enticing thing out there to draw the people in. Does that make sense to you guys? We're going to talk about this. We're going to teach on it. And I have a lot of people we coach, and as we're on these calls, you're going to hear a lot of leaders that are going to talk. They're going to have different perspectives, but at the end of the day, the Dream Team is driven by one thing: a core of 12 founding principles, which we'll talk about on one of the calls this week, and then post that up. 12 founding tenets. Dream Team, 12 founding tenets, a 3-step system for success that works, where you can bring someone to the message, have them signed up and building with downline in 3 to 4 days. How many of you like to have that going on in your business right now? That you bring people in. So
I do.
I'm going to close. Yep. Okay. I'm going to say this to all of you now. And that is, if right now, 2 weeks into this deal, 2 weeks, we got a big history here, 2 weeks. If you've been going and you got 8 people, 9 people, 7 people, 5 people, and you're looking at that platinum or you're looking at silver or gold, and do not get frustrated. Sometimes things happen now, sometimes they happen tomorrow, sometimes they happen in a week. Don't get frustrated, because what will happen is you'll start to telegraph that frustration to your group. And I'm going to tell you, there are some things that are common to all of us. So if you feel that way right now, trust me, probably almost everybody else on the screen feels that way. Probably everybody else on this webinar feels that way. Got a little turnout. Last minute notice, Mike, we've got 20 people on here today, and we're thrilled to have you all, by the way. That's a great turnout. Well, Mark, tell them, I'm going to turn it back over to you, but how many people we used to have on these morning calls Monday through Friday. So I'm going to say this: do not get frustrated. We will not give up on you. We will never look at you and judge what you're doing or what not doing, or how effective you are. The only thing we'll judge is, are you coachable and teachable? If when we're talking to you, you're talking at us and you're not asking questions, we're not, that's not how an athlete and a coach works, right? You understand that? If you went to work for a company and you had a manager, you wouldn't tell that manager how you're going to run things, would they, Tommy? In the car business, you hire a guy to come to work with you in the car business. You go in there, you're trying to coach him on a build and close. Would you expect him to be telling you how he's going to do it? Or would you expect him to, I call and you haul, right?
Yeah.
So Mark, I want to have you just kind of put a bow on what I've just shared. And then I want to have anybody who would like to tell us what they want to accomplish here in MPG. Hey, look at Jack. You got, is that a virtual car, or is that really you in the car? It looks like a jet pilot. Maybe he's on a plane. Like
He must be traveling.
Jack is a unique human being. I love this guy. Okay, so Mark, take a moment, and then we'll let people come on and make a declaration of what they want out of MPG Extreme.
Absolutely. Well, listen, this is our first daily call and Zoom. It's been very good, and it's a great beginning. Once again, you got to see the beginning from the end. And Coach and I were an endeavor probably about 5 years ago, a little more than 5 years ago, and we did a Monday through Friday call like this, and we were ranging between 1,000 to 1,500 people per day. It was on fire, and that's where we're going. Right now we just have small beginnings, right? Everything great has a beginning. This is ours, but it's not always going to be small. And we're going to go out and catch fire, right? Catch on fire with enthusiasm, and people are going to come from miles around to watch you burn. And of course, when they do, what do? You recruit them, right? We got to get them into the business. So let's use this as an opportunity to bring people, members in particular. I want to bring our members here, our new ISPs in, and let's go ISRs. Let's go and get this thing cranking big time. Coach, let's hear from some people on this call.
I love it. So if you're on here, and again, we got a great future ahead of us. So just come out in the morning, get your cup of coffee like Jeff Wayne's got there. And Jeff Wayne is sitting on the doorstep of platinum. I'll tell you that. We're very proud of him, as is Mark Campace and Mike Do, probably going to hit platinum today. We're very, very excited about that. And of course, Michael Renz, I believe, hit diamond last night. So man, what an accomplishment that is. So if you're on here and you'd like to tell us what you want, keep it to like 30, 45 seconds, please. What you want out of MPG Extreme. And I'll let ladies go first. Liliana, if you want to share, you may not know yet. So if you know, tell us, go ahead.
Well, my plan is pretty clear. I want to do Crown Diamond, and I'm setting my expectations high because I think what you manifest and you put out there in the universe, you get. And to do that, I want to help as many people as I can. And I think this is the right vehicle. We have something that we don't even know what we have, but it's powerful, right timing. And I do believe that the more people we help, the more we help ourselves. And no better thing that using Extreme to put more money in their pockets, and also they can save and make money. So as long as we can follow the system, I totally agree. It's a no-brainer. We just have to share, and sharing is caring. If you care for the person, you will share what you have, and then it's up to them to
We're going to
decide.
cut you off because I know one thing. We're going to have you on some calls. You got the go power. I love it. By the way, are you connected with Robert and Amy?
No, I'm actually with no. Okay.
Who's your sponsor?
My sponsor is Femi, and I believe I'm under Jason's group.
Oh, I love Jason. Okay. Hey, mic register. Give us open your mic up, mic register. If you can, there you go. You got your head cut off. You got your head cut off. Put your phone up where we can see that good looking mug of yours. There you go. All right.
How's that?
Tell us the tale, Mike.
Well, first of all, I am just like ecstatic to be here. I've been involved with network marketing off and on for quite a while myself. I've had a little bit of success, not quite the success as some of you on the call. However, I did reach that $4,000 a month club. That's as far as I got with a couple of organizations. And, all I can say about this is going to happen a whole lot sooner than that did, because it took a while for each one of those organizations for me to get them built to that point. I don't see that taking as long with this because all right.
So Mike, let me ask you a question. When are you going to hit platinum?
The goal is to do it before the end of the month.
All right. The end of what month? December?
I'm not going to be upset.
The end of what month?
The end of this month.
All right. August. There's a new platinum right there. You made a declaration.
I'm more than halfway there now, and over the weekend I gave out probably 9 or 10 samples to people.
All right. Very good. All right. We're gonna move it along. We're over time now. So how about Mike Patton? Who else would like to share what they want out of MPG Extreme? If you want to, clear your mic. Come on and, yep, Mike, go ahead.
Oh, just real quick, just want to state where I'm going, what I'm doing, because then it puts it in the physical universe. Just helping as many people as possible, initially 12, to get what they want, so that when they get what they want, I know I'll get what I want, because we'll all be successful. So
You look like
we're going for, sorry, go ahead, sir.
No, I was gonna say, you look like a distinguished man that shakes a hand and keeps his word. So we're gonna be watching, see you hit that platinum here pretty quick. How about Jack? Jack, how would you like to contribute and what your thought is? I just want, there you are. Go ahead, brother. Tell us what you want to accomplish here. You
Look
got
what I
30
got.
seconds. You got 30 seconds.
Look
Jack.
what I got. I want
I love it. You
financial
got your-
freedom so that I can help other people, so I can finance other ministries, so we can move forward and continue to help people. Look what I
love
got.
it.
Woohoo!
I
Just
love it. Now,
Just got
listen,
it out of the
Jack,
box. Here we go.
the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first 12 yards. So what's your goal right now to hit that platinum, that esteemed platinum of 12 people?
This weekend.
All right, Mark will help you.
This
I'll
weekend.
help you. Okay, how about
How
Jeff
much-
Wayne? Jeff,
How
you
many of
wanna
these
come
do I
on and-
take?
One per tank, buddy. It'll take care of that bad
Oh,
gas problem. It'll take care of Jack of that bad gas problem you got.
I
Jeff
thought it was
Wayne.
for, I thought this was for my prostate.
Jack is an inappropriate guy, without a doubt. We love him
Jack,
to
it'll
death.
be for your
He's our buddy.
prostate once and once only will you take that for your prostate.
Yeah.
Your problems will be
Yeah.
over.
Well, that defines when they say it burns a lot more coming out than it does going in. I'll tell you that.
You won't know
All
it.
right. Jeff Wayne is on the doorstep of platinum right now. He's a great friend.
I'm
out
on the
of Las
doorstep
Vegas.
of platinum, and I'm about 3 paver stones. I'm going to make myself behind diamond before the end of October. I want to get to towards diamond.
Okay, so what's the plan as far as just your thoughts about hitting platinum? You're right there.
Platinum in the next 7 to 10 days.
So you're not going to do it before the end of the month, you don't think?
That's the end of the month. Day
7
after.
to 10 days. Oh, yeah, okay. So by
2nd
the end of the month.
September.
Well, I believe you're going to do that. And I know one thing, you got a great team coming together. How about Denise? Denise, would you like to have your voice heard for everybody on here?
Sure. I come to you from Northern California.
Whereabouts are you located?
We're just east of Sacramento, between Sacramento and the Nevada border.
You must
Yeah.
be out in Shingle Springs.
No, actually, we're in the vicinity. But
I
my
know
sponsors,
the area.
Mike Rents. And when the opportunity was presented to itself, we've been lifelong entrepreneurs, and we always say yes to listening to see if it would fit for us. And immediately I thought, number one, this is going to help a lot of people. And number two, it's going to help shore up finances for a lot of people in a very difficult economy. And as people my age are looking at retiring, having multiple streams of income is going to be vital for success in the future, and for us too. And so we're looking to shore up our retirement and to serve a lot of people in the process. So I'm excited about being a part of the team.
Well, you got a great sponsor. We love them to death. We're proud of you. Mark Campese, guys, I love running the race. And to each one of you, promote this call. I can tell you this, it'll be hard to believe for most of you that get to know me, but from this point forward, this call will be over at 9:20, 12:20. They'll all be recorded. They're going to be very important, very powerful. Promote them. Don't forget tonight at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and maybe somebody could go to the Facebook page, and you'll be able to see on the Facebook page the phone number for the call. Get your guest out. It's a recruiting call. And in the meantime, we'll see you tonight on the call. We'll see you tomorrow morning. This webinar is now officially over. Thank you, everybody.